Hello, I am Hardik Patel. Welcome to the Flutter Crash Course. In this video, we are going to talk about how we can use Flutter technology to build the application. We will understand the fundamentals of the Flutter technology, and also we are going to build one basic application or sample application you can say, which will explains you how we can use the inbuilt widgets and we can build our own custom widgets. So let's look at few basic details about the Flutter first, and then we will go into the developing the application. So what is Flutter? So Flutter is a UI toolkit which is developed by Google developers, and you need to use that programming language to build the application while using Flutter technology. So why we should use Flutter technology to build the application? So basically you will be able to develop the application using Flutter technology faster than ever. It enables us to build expressive, beautiful and flexible UI. It also provides us native performance as compiler compiles the Dart language code into the native programming language code. Then it also enables us to implement the application using Flutter technology for running the application on different platforms like iOS, Android, Windows and the web application as well. Now let's talk about widgets. So what is widget? Widget is a UI class. So it is actually renders the UI, or maybe you can say UI component. Let's suppose we talk about button. So button is a widget. Just you have implemented one page. This is also a widget. So there are few widgets which are inbuilt. I have listed down here. Let me show you that. Material app, which is you can say bootstrap widget class, which allows us to implement the material design enabled app. Then Cupertino app, as you can see, this is for specifically implemented those widgets for the iOS application. Then app bar for just adding the app bar. Then scaffold. There are few many, not few many, but more than hundreds of widgets are available in this Flutter technology library. So you can use them or you can build on your own as well. Suppose you want to build one card in which you want some different design than something which can be used in multiple pages. So you can write on your own widget using existing components and adding your skills like imaginations. You can design, you can add the transition, you can add the animations. So there are so many classes are available which you can use to build beautiful UI. So if you want to build on your own widgets, then there are two types of widgets you can build. One stateless and second is stateful. So what is stateless widget? So this is the boilerplate code for the stateless widget, where you can write the name of your widget. As you can see here, my widget is the name of, here you can see my widget, and you have to extend the stateless widget, and you need to override one method of the stateless widget, that is called build method, where you can write the UI code. Currently I have just put one container, blank container class. Instead of that, you can build your own widget using inbuilt containers or inbuilt widgets. You can use scaffold, column, row. There are so many widgets are available. Now what is the, why we should use stateless widget? Stateless widget, that means you cannot change the state of any object. Let's suppose you want to build one page where you have a checkbox. Once user enables the checkbox, you want to add one more button, or you want to expand something in that same page, then in that case you cannot use a stateless widget, because you are changing the state of that particular page by just having one variable. Let's suppose enable or expand UI, right? You have just added one variable expand UI, something like that, or maybe expand container, which can be a boolean flag, right? So once you check that box, then it becomes a true. If you uncheck that, it becomes the false. But changing the true and false value, that is called changing the state, and that you cannot do in this kind of widget. So when you will use this kind of widgets, suppose you want to render just information which are not dependent on any variable which are changing on the same page or maybe in the same widget, right? So in that case you can use the stateless widget. And the stateful widget, it has a different syntax like this. As we had only one widget class where you just need to extend the stateless widget and you need to override the build method. But in this case there is something different, that is you need to override the constructor create state, where it will provide the object of this my widget state class, which is here available, we have implemented. So there are two classes you have to write for the stateful widget, and you can write now objects which you can change in the same widget, and you can re-render the widget by changing the states. So here's the same way, you need to override this build method and you can write the UI here. So that's how you can implement stateless and stateful widget. So thank you for this. This is the information which I wanted to explain. Now we will understand the fundamentals and how we can use the existing components, UI components in the application by building the sample application. So let's jump into the sample application first.